I think the negatives when it comes to trading, I'm going to mention a few, and then we're going to open up a conversation between me and someone within the group to really, have a deep discussion about it. The first one I want to talk about is in the beginning part of trying to become consistent. You're going to feel misunderstood in a lot of different aspects of your life. You're going to feel disconnected, right? Because what you put your time into is what makes up who you are, right? What you put your time into when it comes to a social aspect, right, is what you bond over, right? You talk about the things that you're spending your time doing. So when you're a committed trader, you're spending most of your time in self-growth. You're spending most of your time trying to develop your mental mindset and identify the connection between yourself and the market. You're constantly reflecting, adjusting, and trying to improve. So, this is very different from most of the people that you're going to be around. When it comes to family or friends, understanding why you're putting yourself through so much pain because nothing is adding up in the beginning, it's not going to make sense to them. And you need to know and have that longevity, that endurance, and that mental vision of becoming a consistent trader. It has to be stronger than any other experiences or thoughts that come to your mind to be able to see through and get there. So that's going to be something you're going to have to battle. And even when you start to develop consistency, you have to go through that process of being humbled because of the environment changing, and you get used to trying to make and maintain the money that you're currently making when things are easy. So you have to go through that process of understanding when environments are changing. You have to understand protecting your money, and it's easy to make money when things are clear, but when things are not, you want to be able to protect and not give back what you earned, and that's a whole nother process that you have to go through. Now when you go through those processes, it's very hard, because once you lose your account or you go through those drastic losses, you have to be able to rebuild that confidence. You have to really live with those mistakes that you look back at and you're like, how the hell did I make that mistake? So you have to dive deep and uncover with true honesty what made those mistakes, and then you have to rebuild your confidence and prove yourself that you can develop that consistency again. And the results are not guaranteed. You can spend 4 months being disciplined and executing the best you can, and you can spend 1 week giving everything back. So you have to show up every day. You have to have that longevity, that endurance to continue to push forward regardless of what happens that day.